Did you miss me? Cause like, you know I miss you or whatever. What's up guys? It's your girl Books with Bonnie and I am back with another effing video. Today's video is going to be mad shout outs, okay? For starters, we're gonna be shouting out some authors who reached out to me, wanted me to promote as well as read their content and give them feedback. I'm in the middle of halfway done. I'm almost done with most of the books that I received, so I will be leaving my reviews soon. However, I wanted to also use my platform as an opportunity for people to grow, expand their dreams. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into these wonderful books. The first book, I believe I talked to you guys about in another video. It was Conquest by Celeste Hart, and I actually just got her recent book, or I just got to it. Okay, let's be clear. I had it for a while, but I finally got to it. I believe it's out already, but it's called Rising, and I don't have like a cover or anything. It's the ebook, but ultimately I really enjoyed Conquest. So if you're considering reading some of her content, look into the description box and you guys will find her info on Instagram. Make sure you check that out. Let her know Bonnie sent you. But ultimately, it's a fantasy. It has dragons. It has just like overcoming objectives and challenges. And it was such a great read. More to come with my feedback, but I wanted to give her mad props on her writing style. So kudos to you, hun. Now, the next book I want to talk about is actually a collection of different stories. It's called Pretty Broken, and here's the book here. And they're called Diamond Riders, but it's basically a combination of different stories coming together in this book. I've only read a few of them. This is one of the books that I still have to get through. Pretty short, but ultimately I think it's so empowering to come together as a unit and talk about some of the things that you guys have experienced, the challenges. Superb. If you guys are looking for more info on this one, again, check that inbox, because this one, look at that. I know. It looked good. This one was one of my most anticipated one. I've been talking with this person about this book, I want to say since, September, November, early, I don't know. It was either last year or the beginning of this year. So when I finally saw that it was ready, when I say my life was like, okay, give me some time. Let me see it. I want to see it. So I literally screamed. For those who are following me on Bookstagram, on my Bookstagram page, you've already seen this book, but it's called Across the Broken Ties. And look at this freaking cover. Look at that. I thought this was so freaking beautiful. I'm actually halfway through this book. So again, comments, feedback coming soon. And she also, how wonderful is she? She also wrote me a note when I got the book. It says, thank you for taking the time to read my debut. Oh, I forgot, it's her debut. I hope it offers an enjoyable escape. It's such a great book. I personally do not want to say more about it until I'm done with it, but like, my heartbeat, y'all know how I am, I'm extra. So when I was reading this, my heartbeat was like, okay. So when I finish it, then you guys will get a like official feedback on this book. But this is her debut. She wrote a little note on the inside for me. You guys can see that. But also it's a cute picture that came with it. I want to show you guys. Look at this. Gorge, right? Can we say gorge? Yes. So that, as well as some stickers to support the book. So yes, ultimately I am strongly already recommending this book for people. If you're into fantasy, if you're into kind of overcoming all odd kind of stories, I think this is a really good book. Again, I'm still needing to finish this book, so if it changes in the end, I'll let you guys know in the next video. Okay, so that is all the books I want to kind of shout out. Some of the new books that I received to review. Ultimately, I just want to say thank you guys for sharing your dreams with me and really taking a chance. I mean, my channel isn't that big. It isn't like the best. It doesn't get all of the reviews, which sometimes could be a little disappointing, could be a little discouraging, but I feel like as long as I have people who genuinely enjoy my content, people who genuinely come to this channel and expect a good time, we cool. All right, so that is that. I also wanted to talk about my current reads. I know I didn't post a lot towards the end of last month, and that's okay. I kind of took a break. I really was working on my mental health, taking time to relax. I struggle with being a workaholic, and then I'm burnt out, and then I'm just dead. So I'm trying to find that healthy balance of what that looks like, and I'm hoping I find that soon, because I really, really love this channel, creating content, but more specifically talking about books. Hello. Getting into the books that I'm currently reading. Okay, so the first book, I really, 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 really like this one. Okay, so this is actually a Deadly Inside Scoop by Abby Claudette, and this is what it looks like. Sorry, my lighting's like right here. I'm trying to do better, y'all. I'm trying to get better. But here we go. And so I only read the first couple of chapters in this. I think I'm on like chapter 10 or something like that. But so far in the book, it's basically about a girl who basically leaves home. She's from a small town. She leaves home, kind of goes into the real world, and then eventually ends up coming back home to kind of run her family's ice cream parlor. And with her kind of taking over the family business, some things happen. When I say the beginning of this is so wholesome, it gives me very much the famous Jet Jackson, where he's like, has a small town, everybody knows your name, you love everyone, everyone's a real sense of community. Not like big cities, I'm talking about very small kind of town, villages type things. And I find it so cute how her family is. Her dad is a doctor who still kind of volunteers but technically retired. Her mom's like retired, but she's into yoga and dancing and stuff like that. Like, oh my God, I want to be her family when I grow up. However, there is something that takes place in the book where everything just kind of like comes out of nowhere. I'm just gonna give you guys a hint. It is a mystery. So far, I am really loving this. I could not put this down. I could not put it down. So at this point, I will give you guys a follow-up on this book. Even though I don't do wrap-ups anymore, this one I think I will. Just saying. The other book that I'm going to be reading is actually finally finishing this sticky here. So I've been reading Buffy the Vampire Slayer books. I've even been watching the series. I haven't recently. I think I stopped on like season 2. But anyway, I have these moments where I really want to get into like the Halloween vibes. I think there is a latte. I'm forgetting her name, but I'll also comment down below there in the description box. But basically, there's like the summer Halloween readathon. I've considered it, but I'm not quite sure if I can commit with all of the things I have going on. So I told myself I was gonna finish this book. Remember, there's 3 stories in this book. So it is Coyote Moon, Night of the Living Rerun, and I'm finally gonna finish Portal Through Time. So that is actually the last half of the book. I've read this part. This is the last half. And I'm really excited, to be honest, because I don't know why. I've just been in a very like Halloween, creepy chills kind of vibe. I'm so ready for Halloween, y'all have no idea. I know it's the middle of summer, but y'all know how I am. All right, and then the next book that I'm currently reading is actually one I've had for a very long time. I've had this series for a very long time, and I see it literally everywhere. I'm talking Pinterest, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, whatever people are talking about books, I see the picture of this book pop up, and that is Carnivore with Stephanie Garber. And I don't know what to expect. I've read the first 2 chapters, and the first chapter is really between kind of this guy that's in charge of the circus, I believe, or the cirque, and she really, really, really wants them to come to her town to see her sister. And eventually they're just like, hey, you come to see us. So I know it's a lot of twists and turns in here, and I'm trying so hard not to look at reviews on this book because I want to be surprised. I really want to get into her writing specifically. So we will see. All right, and then last but not least, as promised, I would try to get into some more romance. I don't know, me and romance book have like very weird relationship. One minute I'm like, I love it. And then at some point I just get bored. I'm like, okay, you're gonna end up with this guy. This was stupid. But I'm trying to give it a chance. It's really weird because in my life, I am a hopeless romantic. And it's weird because I don't like reading a lot of romance. But anywho, getting into my last two books that I'm going to attempt to read or currently read this month is actually by a Black author. Her name's Mimi Grace. And when I say I saw these books, they were so cute, so adorable. So I'm like, okay, if I'm going to take a shot at it, I'm going to take a shot at it with this. So here is the first one, and that's Along for the Ride. And when I say these covers, yo, the cover, sis, did not disappoint. And then the last book is Make a Scene, also by Mimi. Boom. Thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, comment, do your thing down below. Question for you guys. What are you currently reading for July? What's your reading plans for July? And if you have a book in your hand right now, what is the title? Always thanks you again. It's your girl, Books with Bonnie. I'm out.